Next we'll see illustration 5. So here from the following particulars prepare comparative balance sheet of Muller Limited as on 31st March 2016 and 31st March 2017. So here again it is specified that we have to prepare the comparative balance sheet. Okay, so here you have your equities and liabilities, that is shares and the liabilities. Then you have your assets. Okay, so in the next column we have the amounts related to these accounts as on 31st March 2016, and the third column tells us the values of these accounts as on 31st March 2017. So again here also we need to prepare the comparative balance sheet only. Okay, so as we discussed in the previous illustrations, you have to just copy this in your solution. Okay, first copy this in your solution. So heading should be comparative balance sheet of Muller Limited as on 31st March 2016 and 31st March 2017. Okay, so all the particulars and 15, 16, 16, 17 data must be copied as it is in your sum. Okay, after doing this, the fourth column should be absolute amount of increase or decrease. So find out the difference. So whenever there is an increase in 16 or 16, 17, we'll write plus symbol here. Whenever there is a decrease in 16, 17, we'll write minus symbol here. Okay, so compare. You have an increase of rupees 50,000, so plus 50,000. Then here you have both the values as the same, so there is no increase or decrease. You will write an hyphen here which symbolizes null value. Okay, so just write an hyphen. Then third row talks about the long-term borrowings, and here it is 30,000 and 60,000. Find out the difference. There's 30,000 is the difference, so plus 30,000. Since there is an increase in 16, 17, so you are writing it as plus 30,000. Then trade payables, you have 20,000, 60,000. Find out the difference. Again there's a difference of 40,000 plus 40,000, so we are writing it here. Then the totals 3 lakhs, 4 lakh 20,000. The difference is 1 lakh 20,000 and there is an increase, so plus 1 lakh 20,000. Then comes in your fixed assets, 1 lakh 50,000. Difference amount is 50,000 and there is an increase in your 16, 17, so plus 50,000. Then non-current investments 50,000 and 75,000. Difference amount is 25,000. Increase, so you are writing it as plus. Then inventories 75,000, 1 lakh 50,000. Again there is an increase of rupees 75,000. You will write plus 75,000. Cash and cash equivalents 75,000 and 45,000. Find out the difference. There's a difference of 30,000, but in 2016-17 it is decreased, so you'll write minus 30,000. Okay, then comes in 3 lakhs, 4 lakh 20,000. Find out the difference. You get 1 lakh 20,000. Increase in the year 2016-17, so you'll write plus 1 lakh 20,000. Okay, then after this the fifth column talks about the percentage of increase or decrease. So now again absolute amount of increase or decrease is 50,000 divided by year 1 amount, which is 2 lakhs. So 50,000 divided by 2 lakhs into 100. So this is how we have how I have taught you in illustration 4, the same thing only. So amount, absolute amount of increase or decrease is 50,000. So I'll write it here, 50,000 divided by the first year amount of rupees 2 lakhs. So I'll write that 2 lakhs here into 100. So cancel these values. You get 2 into 25 is 50. So you get 25%. Okay. And since there is an increase in that amount, you will write it as plus 25. The next column is there is no increase or decrease in the value, so automatically there will be no percentage of increase or decrease in the value also. That is, you will have nil value here and also here. Okay. Then comes in the third row, you have a difference amount of rupees 30,000. 30,000 divided by year 1 amount, which is 30,000. 30,000 divided by 30,000 into 100, so you get 30,000. Then 40,000 divided by 20,000 into 100, you get 200. 1,20,000 divided by 3 lakhs into 100, you get 40. So here the symbol is nothing but what we have written in column 4. This one, absolute increase or decrease. Same symbol only will appear here also. Then 50,000 divided by 1 lakh into 100, which is 50%. 25,000 divided by 50,000 into 100, so 50%. 75,000 divided by 75,000 into 100, so 100. 30,000 divided by 75,000 into 100, you get 40. Here we are writing minus because there is a decrease of rupees 30,000 in the second year, that is 16 and 17. It is decreased, so we are writing minus here. So minus 40. Again 1,20,000 divided by 3 lakhs into 100. So you get 40 here. Okay, so this is how we have to prepare the comparative balance sheet. So first 3 illustrations what we saw is comparative income statement. Fourth and fifth illustration talks about the comparative balance sheet. So whenever you see in any of the sum as comparative statement or balance sheet, keep in mind that you have to draw 5 columns. So fourth and fifth column will be absolute amount of decrease and percentage of decrease. Absolute amount is finding out the difference, and if there is an increase, write plus and the increase amount. If there is a decrease, write minus and the difference amount. Okay, after that absolute amount divided by year 1 value into 100 will give you the percentage of increase or decrease. I am repeating this because the other two methods slightly varies. So by just looking into the name in the sum only, you can understand what method is being asked, because all the sums will be of the same pattern. The problems whatever is given will be the same pattern. This word tells us how it has to be prepared, which tool is to be prepared and how it has to be prepared.